Hello, everybody. Oh gosh, we haven't done this for a while, have we? It's good to be back. Okay, well, basically, I just want to introduce myself. If you didn't see that lovely well, then my name is Hazel Baker. I run London Guided Walks, and I'm a tour guide, and also we do our podcasts. And that's what we wanted to say today. Our main message is that we've had our summer break. Well, we didn't really have a break. We had 3 days of summer, and we were busy recording and researching for our latest episodes for our London History podcast. Now, for those who haven't listened to one of our podcasts before, the episodes are only about 20 minutes long. The reason for that is because, well, we're all busy, aren't we? We've got busy lives. And also, even if it is a subject that you might particularly not be interested in, 20 minutes is enough for you to dip your toe in and see if you are. Now, I try and whack as much information in as possible, sometimes getting expert guests to talk to us about it, but sometimes I do all the work myself. And this week is about London's Blackout. Now, there is so much information out there. That's one of the tricky things, especially with 20th century history. There's a lot of articles, a lot of books, a lot of people's memories as well, and put all of those together to try and create something that is really quite unique. And hopefully that's what I've done with the latest episode. So this is it here, episode 66, London's Blackout. And first of all, we do dive into what London was like in 1939, pre-war. It was a very different world than what we live in now. So I talk about the people, the level of education, how the people worked, and what kind of industries they worked in, how many horses were used in 1939 on the streets of London as well, just to give you a little bit of a basis before then going into what Londoners felt about London's blackout, how commuters coped, and also looking maybe a little bit more at the darker side as well that we don't really like to think about. But without light, there is no dark. So I also wanted to show some of my favourite books when I was reading up about this. So for 20 minutes duration for an episode, there's quite a lot of reading involved, but I love that because it expands my mind and my knowledge, and also gets to know some of the readers, the authors that I maybe am not familiar with before, or I've read something else of theirs. So first up is this one, The Secret History of the Blitz by Joshua Levine. This is a very good one, all about the human element of it as well. And it was written in partnership with the Imperial War Museums. I do like this. It's got some pictures in there as well, not too many, but it's talking on the human level. And I think that is really interesting and important when we're talking about history. Another one I really enjoyed, this one. So Amy Helen Bell, this is London Was Ours, and this all diaries and memoirs of the London Blitz. And if you have watched that Lucy Worsley documentary, you might let's just say read the book, because the documentary has a lot of information that the book has, and there's more information in the book, of course. So this is a really good one. Then also we have, can you see my little notes here? I really need to invest in some more bookmarks. But here we are. We got Juliet Gardner, The Blitz. This is so well written. I absolutely loved it. Reading it again and again, and also the typeface is really tiny, so she absolutely packs information in here, and she does it in a way that is very, very easy to read. You know, when we're talking about humans, and we're talking about stories, and these were life-changing events, and I think it's done very sensitively to the subject. And then the two favorite ones that I was really surprised about as well. So here we go. So Eric Larson. So we have The Splendid and the Vile. This I thought was going to be more politically involved than it was. This is a superb book, trying to understand, linking, I suppose, commoners with also what was going on for the politicians at the time, which of course the commoners wouldn't know. So this was a really interesting one for me, getting to know about more about the way workings of Churchill as well. So you can, and also at the very back, he's written loads and loads of footnotes and all the rest of it, which is just brilliant because it shows that Eric has really done his research, and it is a really great read. You have to be on your toes with this one, because if you stop reading and just scan, you'll miss the point of it. But it's this is a superb book. And then another one that I absolutely loved, because it's a little bit quirky and it's not all doom and gloom, is this one. The West End Front. You can see here. Let me just put these other books down. I'm running out of hands. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so Matthew Sweet. That's it. Matthew Sweet. So this one, a lot of focus on the restaurant trade, and also the hotels. A lot of unspoken history as well of what happened to the Italians, for example, in the Second World War. So there's a lot of hidden histories, things that we don't like to talk about, but it also shares in how Londoners mentally got through things and how they created their world in order to, survive, really. So, I mean, yes, okay, all of these books are about the war and not specifically about the blackout, but it all gets involved, doesn't it? So, as I said, so we have the podcast, 20 minutes, listening to what London was like in 1939 pre-war, and then looking at the blackout in London. Yes, it cost across the UK, but specifically London, this one, how Londoners felt about it, whether they followed the instructions. And there's a lot of real parallels to what we've been going through with COVID as well. I haven't drawn those parallels. I will allow you to do that yourself. So have a little listen and let me know what you think. And also, if you have another idea for a podcast, then please do let me know and via the website, or you can send us a voice message via the website or anchor.fm, and it will be great to hear from you. So thanks very much for now, and I will hopefully hear from you very soon.